Once upon a time in a galaxy far, far away, at least several feet from where we're standing today, I had a mathematician explain to me why he didn't like computers. He said in no galaxy is this statement true. In other words, A is never going to equal A plus 1. And we'll see a similar problem in classical mathematics we learned in school. We have a plane, a positive, a plane, a negative, and two planes somewhere in between. And that's very much what classical mathematics is all about. Today, however, as many might not know, we have the idea of a positive plane that doesn't really exist in the Cartesian world. In other words, nowhere will we have 10 be the bottom right-hand plane on anything Cartesian. And like A equals A plus 1, we simply get used to the idea that there are two fundamentally different ways of plotting a point in Python. Of course, we're talking about turtle graphics, and in Python we have a huge training opportunity that we give away free. It makes a great introduction to graphics, no matter whether you're using Cartesian or whether you're using a classical plane. And of course, the turtle is indeed included by support. So to understand some of the problems we can have when translating between the planes, let's take a look at one of my shapes over here on Hershey's fonts. If you don't know what Hershey's fonts are, feel free to Google it. So we're going to pick a shape here and draw it here using the Cartesian plane, absolute points. But notice what happens when we switch planes. In other words, go to the computer way of doing business. So the first thing to learn whenever you're doing graphics and switching between the planes is whenever you see things turned upside down, you probably simply have to invert our points. So when we have a Cartesian planes, things draw as you'd expect. And more importantly, when you have the computer plane, things don't get turned upside down. A rather advanced concept. The code is up here on our Total Pythoneering channel, and I'd invite you to go ahead and pick a shape out of our extensive vector graphics over here from our Hershey's project and have some fun inverting from one plane to the other. If you'd like to learn more and hone your professional programming skills for Python, feel free to take a look at the free and open PyQuest project over on GitHub. And if you're interested in in-depth discussion as well as source codes to demonstrate each and every one of the first 100 beginner, intermediate, and advanced concepts, feel free to take a look at the book on Amazon.